everybody! Today we're doing part 2 of turning Monster High characters vintage. The first video was pretty well received, and that one was Draculaura and Claudine, so if you want to see that, I'll put it right up here so you can watch it. So first up is going to be Frankie Stein. I had a person in the comments suggest that I do Frankie with an energy drink, and I was like, that's a really good idea, and I'm gonna do that. So thank you to the person for suggesting that. So Frankie was very hard because I couldn't really find a pose that was giving the kind of energy that I wanted, like being electrocuted and shocking. I almost wanted it to seem like the energy drink was literally giving off electricity, but all of the poses that I had come up with didn't really give off that energy. It just kind of looked like Frankie was really spooked. So I went with this pose thinking that this one was pretty good, but I finished the whole drawing until I decided that I actually don't really like it at all, and I completely redo the whole thing. Blowing Frankie's hair all over the place because there's just so much electricity and magnetic stuff going on, and I think this pose definitely communicates it better than the other one did, but again, I still really do like the old one, but that's just how it goes sometimes. I also realize now she has a very Marilyn Monroe pose going on here, which wasn't my first thought, but it just kind of ended up that way, which I guess is kind of a nice nod. I was originally going to go with this bow to match the earrings, but I realized that there was no yellow on Frankie's outfit, and being with the whole electricity thing, I figured that there needs to be a little bit of yellow. I add a bit of petticoat there to just kind of hide her leg a little bit because it's showing just a little bit too much there, and then I add some shading. Next up is Abby Abominable. She was the most highly requested right underneath Cleo Denial. If I do a part 3, I'll definitely do Cleo Denial. But for right now, I only had time to do Abby Abominable. So I wasn't immediately sure where I wanted to go with Abby Abominable, but I knew that I wanted to give her a different body type, maybe a little thicker and more muscular than the super skinny twig I'm gonna break on impact Monster High Gen 1 kind of body. And it turns out they've leaned more into this with the Gen 3 Abby Abominable, but I hadn't really seen her before I started drawing this, so I guess I wasn't too far off if the actual designers at Mattel kind of had the same thing. I was originally going to give her that very, typical 1950s white mink coat, and it was a very cute idea, but I just feel it didn't really work with her personality, because I still wanted it to look like maybe something Abby would wear if she just happened to be in the 1950s. I was also kind of uncertain what to do about her hairstyle. I didn't know if I should keep it big and long, or if I should give her bangs, or maybe I should make it shorter. I eventually did go with a different hairstyle, and I did give her bangs. Get further along, I started to realize that the parka thing that she's got going on here doesn't really make a lot of sense, because, for the original Abby, it's just kind of like a headband, but I wanted to make it like a parka, and it just really doesn't work with her hair coming out of the end, so I instead decided to try and edit it a little, and I decided to give her 2 braids. I'm still a little uncertain with the outfit until I realized that maybe I should make it go kind of pink so it still matches the overall look, because there's no purple kind of like that in her original design, and it kind of just looks a little drab in this one, so I decided to make it pink so it matches her hair, and so it just kind of flows together nicely and looks very like Barbie kind of aesthetic. I added a couple of cute little details to her jacket, like her original animal in Gen 1, and then just begin with general shading. I also decided that the thing she's going to be advertising is Yak's milk. And if you ask why, well, that's because...
Abby? Oh, that's like super old.
Candy like cheese from Yak is better with age.
A fun little fact is that Abby was one of the only original Monster High dolls I ever had. I had Abby Abominable, Operetta, and then like the one Claudine that would kind of howl once you pressed on it. Those are the only thing I had, and then I lost Abby's hands, and so I just had a handless Abby. And then I just do a little snowy mountainside to pull it all together and make it look like she's not just sitting out there in the void. Now Abby is also complete. So yeah, those are two more of my Monster High vintage redesigns. I have all of these up on my imprint, so if you want an art print of any of the four, you can get them, and they're actually on sale right now. So I'll put a link in the description if you want an art print. I think I like Abby more just because Frankie stressed me out so much because I could just not get it right, but I do think it ended up pretty good in the end. But did you like Frankie or Abby more? And if you want to see another character, who would it be? I think I'm going to do Cleo and Ghoulia for the next video if I do one, but if there's a character you'd really want to see, like Toralei or Spectra or somebody, then definitely leave that in the comments. I believe my next videos should be the Japan, the Spider-Verse, and the security breach video. So if you seem interested in that, definitely remember to subscribe so you can get notified for whenever it comes out. Thank you so much for watching, and adios!